My husband and I made $150,000 last year, and we live paycheck to paycheck.
Why be 180K in debt at home when I could be 181K in debt in Hawaii?
I just want to spend money. I just really want to spend so much money.
Today we're going to be looking at people that just cannot stop spending money. And I'm not talking about people that are just like really struggling to make ends meet. They're grinding the pennies together to make sure they can make it to that next month. No. We're talking about people that are just addicted to spending money. They refuse to have delayed gratification. If they can have it now, they can swipe that credit card now, they're swiping it. Save up for 2 months and then get the item. No. We swiping for it right now. You could call it doom spending, you could call it whatever, but it is just a compilation of people having an insane lack of financial literacy and just spending money on the dumbest things, overspending on certain things, overconsumption. We got tons of examples to get into today, and it's going to be a wild ride, so let's just get right into it.
I just want to spend money. I just really want to spend so much money on beautiful, wonderful, magical things like high-heeled boots and crocodile bags. Not real, of course, but...
Reminder, if you're ever feeling bad about spending a lot of money on yourself, just remember that it's probably the universe just telling you that your future self is really wealthy, and that's why you spend so much on yourself now, because in the future, you're used to spending a lot of money on yourself.
There's so much wrong with what she just said, but the main principle that stands out to me is the fact of if you spend like crazy now because you're assuming that means your future self is wealthy, that means you are having zero financial discipline, which means you will not get wealthy, excluding maybe randomly winning the lottery and all that stuff. But realistically, if you're spending like a maniac now, you won't even have the financial discipline to do whatever activity it was that got you to the point to where you actually were wealthy. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is crazy, bro. And then the amount of clips that I will literally see on my For You page all the time of people trying to normalize consumerism or buying things your hobby. Not just something you do every now and again. No. Make it your hobby. Bro, if you actually make that your hobby and you aren't well off financially, it's just going to put you in a perpetual cycle where you are constantly living paycheck to paycheck, constantly in high credit card debt, and you will never get to that position in life where you can actually make shopping a hobby. Okay, so we have videos right here that basically showcase this. We have, show me the reason you have no money. And she just basically just says it's her. And you got trying to have a peaceful shopping day with the budget police following me. So how much were my new charges? $4,000. Oh, that's not bad. And then it's crazy, like you should be glad you have a budget police with you. You have somebody with you to actually keep you financially disciplined, to not just go out there and just spend all your money or just go into more debt to get things you don't need. But it's just people are so addicted to just spending money. How much you spend? $4,000. Oh, that's fine. Like, bro, like what is this? This is real though. These are skits, but like these are people that are dead serious. And the scary part is there's people in the comment section agreeing with them. Now, this one's real slick if you really pick up what they're doing. You got God forbid a girl has a hobby from Jared Jewelers. This is basically just marketing because they're like, yeah, God forbid someone just has a hobby to overspend and come buy my jewelry all the time. Just let them do their thing. It's fine. I'm cool with it because, hey, they're spending money at my jewelry store. So, hey, they want to go blow 4, 5, 6, 10K just for the sake of it. Why not? Come over here. Like, come on, bro. Be for real.
Say what you just said again.
Huh?
Say what you said again.
Okay, you got this amazing credit score, right?
I got an 800 credit score, and I worked very hard, and my mama helped me get that credit score. She helped me pay my car payment.
Now,
I was
say
19.
if your wife wanted to die for a purse, that's $2,000.
There ain't no purse on planet Earth worth dying for, but go ahead. That's $2,000.
You gonna die if you buy me that bad?
No, that's not the point. It ain't no purse on Earth, planet Earth that important.
I said to die for. Like it's not something that you would get me like every year. Chuck, get me a purse every year. No, it's something that I'm in love with. Maybe it's Mother's Day coming up. Maybe it's my birthday coming up. Maybe it's Christmas.
Okay.
You can't get that for me?
So you want me to use my 800 credit score to get a purse, to go in debt to buy a purse?
You're going to be in debt. You're going to be in debt if you get that purse.
What was the point of bringing up my credit score?
Because you can go and swipe for it.
Right. So that's what poverty does to people's brains.
Oh my God, I got so much to say about this one. Okay, let me get this straight. So she didn't even understand the simple concept that him swiping a credit card is him going into debt for it. And yes, it is a $2,000 purse. Most people don't got $1,000 to their name if an emergency popped up. No one just has $2,000 sitting around to buy a purse. So yes, if he was going to be delusional and get her that purse, he would have to go into debt for it. So just the simple fact that she doesn't even understand that a credit card is debt. So, I mean, you know her credit score is cooked. You know that she just swipes that credit card. Oh, it's just free money. You would swear that, okay, there's no way someone actually takes the time, signs up for a credit card, and doesn't understand that they're going into debt. And then on top of it, my brother has worked his behind off to get that 800 credit score. Shout out to him. You feel me? That ain't easy to get. The reason why you get up to a 800 credit score is because you make smart financial decisions. There we go. Hey, stay with me, right? You make smart financial decisions. He realizes, one, there's no purse worth. Now, mind you, things are only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, but in reality, especially if they're not like super well off, that purse is not worth $2,000. It just makes no sense. So why would he go into debt and have his credit score go down? Because he's not going to be able to pay off that $2,000 balance immediately. Not sure you can make minimum monthly payments, but why even go into debt? Say he's in a position where he's only utilizing a certain amount of his credit. Maybe he's only utilized like 30% of his credit card every month or whatever it is, right? But now he's going to add that debt on there, which is going to crank his utilization up and drop his credit score. So then if he actually needs to use that good credit score to say, I don't know, get a house, go get a car, go get actually something that can provide more value to their lives, he's going to have to end up paying more per month on his car note, more per month on his mortgage, all because he decided to cave in and get his girlfriend a $2,000 purse. All right, we can go ahead and look at some of these comments. We got, I'm still stuck on why she brought up her credit score about a purse. Exactly. Like, bro, we're not talking about a car here. We're not talking about getting a mortgage and a house. She's talking about going into debt for a purse. They are not equally yoked on financial literacy. She's focused on a bag. He's focused on credit scores, savings, and investments. Shaking my head like, yes, like that's why it's so important, bro. Like, honestly, you need to be at least somewhat aligned financially with your partner. Do you both just want to be in credit card debt forever? You don't really care? Bet. Happily ever after. But if you have one that's like willing to go into debt for a purse and another one that's thinking long-term investments, real estate, having good credit score to have lower car payments or not having a car payment, whatever it is, you guys are going to clash a lot when it comes to money because at the end of the day, you guys are not heading to the same direction. Now, you can help somebody out. You can pull them up a little bit, pull your partner up to your level, but they have to want to get there. It can't be like, okay, listen, I've lived poor. I plan on dying poor, so I'm not going to change my mindset. We're going to clash and argue all the time. It's just not going to work. It's crazy, bro. Then we got irreversible red flag moment. I want to say this is irreversible because at the end of the day, everybody comes from different financial background. It's a moment where it's like you have to like pause a little bit, see if she's willing to learn, see if she's willing to meet you where you're at and, you know, get rid of that old poor thinking mindset of always being in debt and trying to swipe your card for everything and treating it like it's free money. If she's willing to concede and realize, okay, cool, my way of thinking is why I'm in the financial situation I am now, and I'm willing to learn from you and actually improve my financial literacy so we can both be on the same level, that's fine. Now, if she's like hell bent on not budging and she's like, listen, this is how I move, this is how it is. If you can't get me this, you're not a real man and you can't really do this for me and you're not, oh, my real boyfriend would do this for me, cut it off, break it off. Because at that point, she's just going to sink you financially if you stay with her. That's just the hard reality. That's for any relationship out there, guy or girl. And then I've noticed the problem with watching this type of content over and over and over and over again is you will get to the point to where you may see something like that $2,000 purse or $800 sneakers or that $3,000 jacket. And you may be justified to actually buy it because you're like, well, there's somebody out here that's spending $5,000 on a jacket. So $3,000 is not that bad.
Men I may not know. But shoes, I know. I have this little problem. Expensive footwear. I spent $40,000 on shoes, and I have no place to live?
Sometimes you gotta just say, hey, God bless them, because Hey, if it makes you happy, do you, I guess. You're going to be in financial ruin, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. We got a comment here from a poll going over people just having insane spending habits and just overall bad consumerism. We got, admittedly, it still blows my mind how fast transactions add up. Between groceries, gas, insurance, going out, it's so easy to spend more than you think if you don't keep an eye on your spending. That is so true. Like, honestly, this is not even a sponsored channel. My channel's not even sponsored yet. This may be like way off in the future when I am sponsored, but a Rocket Money or anything to where you can actually track your expenses. Because, bro, there's so many people that literally just swipe. They're just going out, buying this, buying that. You could ask them, hey, what is your number? Your number as in, what is the number you need to have every single month in order to survive? What is your budget? Most people don't even know, bro. You just got to be on top of yourself. Take the extra time, bro. Like, we got all these apps, all this technology now. Open your credit card app. See what you've been spending money on. Have a budget because, bro, you will be able to get so much further in life if you just have the basic understandings of what's coming in and what's going out.
Okay, I have a question. What's a store that you cannot go in because it's dangerous for you to go in? Because if you go in, you're going to spend like a bunch of money on who knows what. For me, it's Target and it's Hobby Lobby. I cannot go into those stores because I will buy the most random stuff that I think I need, but we all know that I'm never, ever, ever gonna use it.
And it's sad that these stores are literally designed for people like that. They want you to go in, maybe say, oh, I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and then I'm gonna get out after that, right? But then you're going to see this one item placed in this specific spot. Oh, let me grab that. Let me grab that. Let me grab that. Next thing you know, you're leaving and checking out with 30 things that you didn't come in for. And it's like, bro, first off, we got to have some self-control. Like, at the end of the day, you know what you came in here for. Get in and get out. But they're literally banking on, like, bet, if we can just get a certain amount of people that think like that or just have zero restraint, zero discipline, they're just going to come in and just mindlessly swipe their credit card and buy a bunch of meaningless stuff. We're going to print money from the sky. All right, we got to take a look at these comments. We got Bath and Body Works, okay, Target, and lately the Lego store. Okay, now, I haven't been that big into Legos. I know some people that are really into Legos for real. Like, it's their thing. Even if you get like one Lego set a month, that should be good. But like, if you got all that time in the world to be building a Lego set every 2 days, your time could be used better. I mean, I'm not judging, but it's like, come on, the Legos, like, they're cool, but they ain't worth like losing your house because you can't pay your mortgage because you're blowing your money on Lego. So calm down. We got Stop. No, yes, the Lego store is dangerous. Jesus. If Amazon was a physical store, facts. Yeah, that's real though. A lot of people, oh my God, the amount of people that just doom buy on Amazon. I mean, they'll buy the most useless stuff. I know people that will buy like stuff you didn't even know is a product that's just, it's so useless they never use it. I'm like, bro, they'll always complain about, oh my God, bro, I'm so broke, man, times are hard. I'm like, gang, you order from Amazon every day. That's why you're broke. Come on, bro. Then we got Five Below, Target, Walmart, Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's valid though. Like, realistically, you can't like blow a bag in Dollar Tree. It's Dollar Tree. Even if you walked in there thinking you was gonna get 2 items and you end up getting like 15 items. Cool, you spend about $15 to $20. It's not that bad versus each thing costs you like $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 because you're going into like a bigger store. So Dollar Tree is not that bad. And then Walmart, that's valid because you can literally go on Walmart to get some cereal and walk out with a TV. Like, some people got it bad. Some people got it real bad. But in addition to this just being an overall problem that you see in a lot of people's just buying habits, there are creators out there that have turned this type of behavior into a game. Like, oh, it gets bad. Look at this next clip. It gets crazy.
This is under $1,000. I'm gonna get it. I actually need this. $39.99. Yay! If this is under $50, I will get it. It's $59.99.
Ooh. If you making that cha-ching, you making that dough, you feel me? And you got the excess income to spend on this, then you could play silly games like this. It is what it is. But the reason why this becomes so problematic is that most people don't got it like that. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if they get influenced by this, now mind you, they're still sentient beings, so they should be able to, you know, think for themselves. But a lot of people are followers. A lot of people are easily influenced. So if you normalize this type of behavior, a lot of people are going to go out just having that playful mindset when it comes to spending their hard-earned money. And it's like, bro, people work too hard for their bread to be out here blowing it, playing these stupid games like, oh, if it's under $1,000, I'll get it. If it's under $500, I'll get it. All $300 is out of my budget, but I'm going to get it because it was under $500. Like, bro, so many people move through life like this. And a lot of it's due to influencers pushing this to the masses.
Why I need so many Nintendo Switches.
I clearly need a Nintendo Switch only for Pokemon games. I need a second Pokemon Switch with the other versions of the game so I could trade amongst myself the version exclusives. I needed a second island for Animal Crossing, so of course I had to put it on a different Switch. Wait a second, that's not a Switch. I need a flexing Switch. Wow. Ooh. Look at all those games. I'm so cool. I need a Mario-only Switch because it's the greatest series ever made and it's my favorite of all time. I need a display switch. This one's bricked anyway. Oh yeah, totally worth it.
I'm personally an Xbox and PlayStation guy. I'm not really that big into Nintendo. But like, bro, I pray this is a skit. I can hear in this tone it's probably a skit, but like there's people out here that think like this for real. Let's just look at the comments. I'm speechless. Why does my wife need so many boyfriends? Jesus. Okay, bro. Consumerism final boss. Literally. Like this is the supreme leader of the consumerism army. Like, holy. You don't need that many Switches, says you. Jesus. Okay. All right, we got another comment from that poll. We got, when I was in the army, soldiers would leave the base at lunch to spend $15 to $20 at a fast food place. This occurs daily with most soldiers. The dining facilities put out good meals for small fee or free to soldiers with meal cards. I am retired now. The soldiers still flood the fast food places today. I mean, like, yeah, bro. It's just one of the things, bro. It's like if you create a bad habit like that to where, like, you know, every single day at lunch, you're getting fast food, like you're just enforcing that habit in your brain that it is okay to be spending money like that every day, and that adds up. Like, you have to understand, like, bro, if you spending $15 to $20, let's say $20 every day for lunch, and let's just say you work 5 days a week, that's $100 a week. That's $400 a month, bro, that you just burning away when it's like, if you got it, you got it. But like most people, like they're living paycheck to paycheck where they're not saving for retirement. If an emergency comes up, they're cooked. So it's like you spending $400 a month just on fast food. And mind you, that's probably not it. That's just lunch. So they're eating like that for lunch. They're eating out for dinner too.
I don't know about 100 Men versus a Gorilla, but let's talk about 100 Men versus DraftKings. Legalizing online sports betting was a huge mistake, and it is doing a ton of damage to young men in particular. It has always been the case that the closer you live to a casino, the more likely you are to develop a gambling problem, but now the casino is in your phone. 48% of men ages 18 to 49 have an account with at least one online sportsbook. That's almost half of men who are engaged in this industry. The Supreme Court made gambling a states' rights issue in 2018, and since then, online sports gambling has been legalized in 38 states. The statistics in states where it's legal are grim. Bankruptcies have increased almost 30% in states that have legalized online betting. And the people who are most at risk for bankruptcy are young men living in low-income areas. One study showed that for every $1 households spent on gambling, they put $2 less into investment accounts. And of course, men are going to make women pay for their mistakes because intimate partner violence has increased by 10% in areas where they've legalized online gambling. I could go on and on with the horrifying statistics associated with gambling because this is truly an epidemic. Only 3% of gamblers will make money on betting long term, so tell the men in your life to put down the FanDuel. Don't even get me started on the fact that cryptocurrency is a form of gambling.
Now this one hits home. I'm a big sports guy. I mean, look, I got on a UCF football shirt right now, so I'm a big sports guy. I don't partake in the sports betting thing, but I know a lot of people that are just in a chokehold when it comes to that sports betting thing. You swear that you know your sport like the back of your hand. You know your team. You know the players. And literally there's so many people that blow so much money on sports betting. It's a horrible addiction. If you're just throwing $5 here and there, do your thing. But there's people that are spending hundreds, thousands of dollars on bets. They're treating sports betting like their way out. They're treating it like, listen, this is how I get out the hood. This is how I make it out. This is how I make it out the suburbs. This is how I make it into the Hamptons. You feel me? I can barely watch sports anymore. Online gambling ads every commercial break. They have ad reads going on during the game. Fast. Like it's crazy. Every sports podcasting is sponsored by them. they have full control. It's bad. It's real bad. It genuinely is that bad. Like, I mean, it's all over the TV, during the commercials. I know everybody has probably seen that Kevin DraftKings ad or whatever the ad was. Like, oh, who's this? I'm Ray Lewis. I'm Kevin. Who's Kevin? I'm Kevin who's turned $100 into all that stuff. Like, literally, I'm making the ad while talking about the ad. But yeah, bro, it's so crazy, bro. Like, I just know so many people out there are just losing so much money to this. It's sad. Then we got sports betting is such a stain on society. I mean, yeah, it just is, bro. Objectively, it just is. So many people, they are getting addicted to that dopamine rush of gambling on something they already are very passionate about, sports. It's the perfect kryptonite for dudes, where it's like, I already spend so much time studying these players and knowing every stat line and all these different things about my team and the rest of the league. Of course, I can put some money on there and beat the sports book and win long term. You're not. I was just saying the other day how it's so alarming that 1 in every 5 or so commercials on TV/streaming is for sports betting. It's so insidious. Yeah, it literally, bro, like, if y'all really take the time to really analyze the commercials that are playing in between your shows you're watching or your movies you're watching, it's crazy, especially on YouTube. Bro, you might get an ad after this, right? You might get an ad somewhere in this video and it's gonna be a sports betting ad. Like, it's genuinely that crazy, man. It's wild out here. Now we're gonna switch gears real quick to pivot from the last point. Let's just say you were one of the 3% that are able to consistently make some significant income. You can still be living paycheck to paycheck if you have zero financial discipline and zero financial literacy.
My husband and I made $150,000 last year, and we live paycheck to paycheck. Let's talk about it. I never thought that I had a problem or that I needed to learn to budget until I realized that we spent $150,000 last year, and I have nothing to show for it. I mean, I have a house, I have a car, I have all those things, but they're not $150,000 worth. So where did the money go? I spent it.
My biggest comment on my I make $150,000 and we live paycheck to paycheck is that we do not have savings, and we really don't. We do have some. We have a 401k that has a retirement in it. We have $1,000 in an emergency fund. Our goal is for it to be $5,000 at the end of this year. And we have about $300 in liquid savings at any time, but we are actively working. Last month, we started saving my entire paycheck to go towards savings. So we will quickly build up that savings accounts, but currently, no, we do not have a giant savings account.
The crazy part is there are so many people that live like this. $150,000 gross income and you have no savings. You are living paycheck to paycheck. There's no excuse. There is zero excuse for that. And I think they said our goal was to get to $5,000 in savings by the end of the year. There's just no way that's your goal. Now, I know she said she's going to like start putting her whole paycheck towards it, so that should grow a little bit, but bare minimum, and I hope you guys are listening to me, no matter how much money you make, your goal should be to bare minimum have a 6-month emergency fund. Bare minimum. Ideally get it to 12 months. So this way, you have a whole year, you lose your job, whatever it is, but bare minimum 6 months. And then don't worry about the emergency fund until you have all your debt paid off. If you have a lot of debt, get that paid down first, have like a 2-month emergency fund, and then use the rest of that money to pay down your debt. But assuming you're debt free or whatever, not including your mortgage or car notes, all that, then you should have a 6-month emergency fund, especially if you have combined household make $150K a year. This is just one of those things to where it's like, I always try to tell people, like, you have to have a game plan. Literally, like, if you're not in a position where you're making over 6 figures a year, please take this time to come up with a detailed game plan for when I hit 6 figures a year, this is how I'm going to allocate my money. Or just right now, this is how I'm going to come up with a budget right now, and I'll just scale my budget with my income. Because you can get to this level of income, get to $200,000, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, and you're still going to be living paycheck to paycheck. Because your mindset, because you have no budget, you have no discipline. It blows my mind how many people like this are swimming in credit card debt and literally are behind on their retirement, have no emergency savings fund, and anything goes wrong, they're screwed with a combined household income of $150K.
Did you know that the majority of clothing at LoveShack Fancy is synthetic fibers? I feel like for the price point of their clothing, a lot of their stuff really should be made out of natural fibers. This dress is $765 for 100% rayon. This sweater could have easily been cotton. This sweater could have easily been cashmere. obviously at different price points, but I would really love to see more natural fibers here. So when you are checking your care label, if you're buying stuff from here, just make sure that you are getting something that is actually quality and not made out of a bunch of synthetic.
It's crazy to think that even brands like this are starting to use cheaper materials for their stuff. And it's like, I really wouldn't be tripping over, because obviously I don't really wear dresses, obviously, because I'm a dude, but like still, some of those prices were crazy, $300, $400, $500, $700. So it's like, if you're gonna be paying that much money, it better be made with top of the line quality stuff. You combine the fact that people are spending all of this money on stuff, and then they're not even realizing that you're buying these clothing that are insanely marked up because they don't even have the high quality stuff you think you're purchasing. This is crazy. We are paying for the owner's expensive house in New York City. Haha, facts. I mean, that's the only thing that can explain these prices, because it's not the cost of the materials. In the beginning, their pieces were silk, cashmere, cotton, and well made, and ranged $250 to $495. They've lost their minds now, and I refuse to buy into their greed. W mindset. Like, once you get to the point that you're like, hold on, y'all are using cheaper materials, but at least when you used to have like really nice materials, it was reasonably priced. Now you're using cheaper materials and you're overpricing it. Like, nah, I'm good. It is what it is. I feel like this is so common. Yeah, it's Zara quality, but marked up 10x more. You're just paying for the hype. What a joke. And you know what? That's just supply and demand. And at the end of the day, no one's forcing these people to go into these stores and buy these overpriced clothing. But at the same time, it's like you can get the same thing at Zara and then you'll be chilling. But a lot of people, they do follow that hype. This is just crazy to be spending that much bread and the materials aren't top notch. It's just crazy to me. All right, we got another comment from that poll. We got, force yourself to look at your finances every day. Facts. Helps fight the urge to buy something you don't need and will likely never use. Facts. Like, if you can look at your bank account and see, I bet we only got about this much, rent's about to come out, all these bills are about to come out, we're only gonna have about this much left over. You know your numbers, you know your budget, you know how much wiggle room you got, and you see that every single day. It's very hard to just go spend money on some stupid item that you know for a fact is not going to add any ounce of value to your life, if we're being completely honest. And then the crazy part is, people will be in these horrible financial situations, and normally, you know, we used to have shame for this stuff. We would keep this to ourselves. Only our close family members would know about this. But because of social media and the potential to go viral and get likes and comments and get that dopamine rush, we got people that come to social media and they post all their stuff online.
Why be 180K in debt at home when I could be 181K in debt in Hawaii?
Now let's go ahead and take a look at the top comment here, because I think they've really nailed it with this comment. We got, that's the same discipline that got you 180 in debt in the first place. Exactly. And people don't realize that. You get to that point where you're in such a deep hole that you're like, hey man, it is what it is, bro. I mean, what's another $1,000? I'm already at 180K. But it's that rabbit hole you fall down. It's the bad habits you create in your brain when it comes to finances. It starts when you're at zero. This thing costs $200. I don't really need it, but I got a $2,000 credit card. Let me swipe it and I'll just pay the minimum. And then you max your credit card. Well, my credit card's already maxed out, so who cares if I go ahead and swipe it again? Oh, and let me get this other credit card. And then you just keep on bang, 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 bang. So that's why you have to take it so serious in the beginning. Because by the time it gets to that $180,000 of debt, you can get to that point where you're like, you know, it is what it is. I can't get out of it. But if you can stop it before it gets to that point where it snowballs, you don't get into this in the first place, and you just set yourself up overall to get to a point to where financially you can say, you know what? I got a good savings, I got a good retirement, I got a good income. Overall, my income scaling, my investments are doing good, all this stuff. You know what? If I want to go spend $1,000 on a quick little Hawaii trip, I can, because I got it like that. In that case, have fun. Aloha. You feel me? But people don't understand that. And they're just going to be stuck in this toxic cycle their whole life. It is what it is. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to drop your opinions and reactions in the comments, because I'm eager to read them. YouTube thinks you're going to like this video somewhere up here. So if you're enjoying the videos, go ahead and click on it and keep the marathon going. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.